There is actually one boat that has fallen or went upside down. Awkward! Excellent day to have this kind of a problem. As I was in the tram, there was quite a lot of people speaking Swedish. And as you probably know, the neighbor country of Finland is Sweden. In school I was taught Swedish for like 12 years and I cannot speak it at all. Like, I'm so bad at it, which is quite like depressing in a sense that so many years, so many lectures, so many teachers, and I have no clue how to speak it. I'm currently only able to speak Finnish and English to some extent, and I'm actually thinking of learning a new language. On my way back home, I started really thinking that what is the thing that is hard in learning new languages? Every one of us has that kind of a friend who is able to speak like loads of languages, and I'm definitely not one of those. There is the app called Duolingo that many people are suggesting that it's the best way to learn English or other languages. I was also using it as I was trying to learn Swedish better, but actually it didn't go that well. English is quite easy language to learn because you see it so often. One way that I use constantly to keep my English quote-unquote good is, for example, when I drive to somewhere, I put the radio off, and then when I drive I only speak English with myself. I just, for example, talk that, okay, what am I going to do today? What is going on in my life? And things like that. In the Finnish education system, people learn how to write English. We have to learn so many lists of different words, what they mean, and therefore many people have this kind of a broad vocabulary. But when it comes to speaking English, that's a whole different story. I have so many friends that have excellent English when it comes to writing, but when they have to speak, they completely freeze because yeah, it's so hard. You don't have the time to think that much, cannot use Google Translator when you are missing a word, and you have to be responsive as well. I think that is the hard part in learning new languages, how to speak them. I remember when I graduated from upper secondary school, which is high school in Finland, my English wasn't that good on the writing level, but when it comes to speaking, I was so bad at it. Then I went to university, where all the lectures were in English. All the materials were in English, and yeah, there was even some people that only spoke English. I remember so well when I started my studies there in the university. I was so awkward, I didn't say a word, I never raised my hand, and always when I had to speak, I had this kind of a strong feeling in my chest that, oh my god, this is not going to happen. No, I don't want to speak. I think it lasted like 1 year, 1.5 years, probably something like that. And then I thought that, okay, if I want to do something cool in my life, I have to learn English. And of course, English is quite easy language to learn because you see it on TV, on movies and so on. Okay, it depends on what kind of movies are you watching, but at least in Finland, English is probably the most used language if Finnish isn't taken into account, even though we have to learn Swedish here in Finland. And so many people are arguing that we shouldn't learn Swedish here in Finland. It shouldn't be mandatory, but yeah, I never saw the problem with it, although I cannot speak Swedish, so maybe I had some kind of a problem with it. At least when it comes to me, in school I was always thinking that, okay, if I'm learning too many languages at the same time, meaning Swedish and English, then I mix up the words and I don't learn any of the languages. So I thought that, okay, I will only use my time to English, make it very fluent, and then later focus on Swedish, and it didn't ever happen. I think that the only way how to learn a language is just by speaking it. Of course, if you don't have any kind of basis for the language, you don't know any words, you know only how to say what is your name and what is your age, then talking with another person is quite complicated. But I'm not sure whether there is this kind of a software that would connect two peoples talking to each other in English. But yeah, that would be a good way to learn a language. Just randomly start speaking with another person. Finnish people, at least from my own perspective, are quite inward oriented, meaning that they don't really like to speak with other people, especially if it becomes awkward, and of course talking a language that we are not familiar with can get quite easily awkward. But yeah, if you have some kind of a way how to learn languages, please share it in the comments, because I really am eager to find this kind of a efficient way how to learn language, so that I don't once again use 12 years of my life learning a language, and then when somebody asks what is your name in that language, I'm like, what are you talking? But yeah, maybe I'm now finished with this topic. I have no clue what will happen in the next video. I hope that it's something cool that you also will enjoy. My name is Roni, and we will see in the next video.